Hello and welcome to 8.5 day 2. We're going to learn about kites today. In day 1 we learned about trapezoids and isosceles trapezoids. And those are all the answers for day 1. Alright, let's get into kites. So first let's talk about what actually is a kite, other than it's something that flies in the air with string attached to it. Basically, a kite is a quadrilateral with 2 sets of consecutive sides congruent, such that the opposite sides are not congruent. Because if the opposite sides were congruent and the consecutive sides were congruent, then the shape would just be a rhombus. And this is something completely different than a rhombus. So here's your definition: quadrilateral that has 2 pairs of consecutive sides being congruent, but opposite sides are not congruent. This is the critical part here. Alright, so the kite has a couple properties. One property is that the diagonals are perpendicular. And very similar, rhombus and square also have this same property here. So that's kind of unique. And then exactly one pair of opposite angles congruent. So it can't have both pairs, it only can have one pair. But again, if it had both pairs of opposite angles congruent, then it'd be a parallelogram. And as I said earlier, the kite's a little bit different. So it says find the measure of angle D. In this picture here, we're looking for this one right here. Well, D and F are the same, so we'll call this X and X. And so I'd be 124 plus 80 plus 2X. And since it's a quadrilateral, that'd be equal to 360. And then I could solve that for X. In a kite, the measures of the angles are 3x, 75, 90, 120. Find the value of x. What are the measures of the angles that are congruent? Well, let's just figure out what x is first and what that missing angle is. And so we could just add up these angles here as I'm doing, and then set that equal to 360. Okay, so I have 210 and 75, 285. So I'm going to subtract 285 from both sides. So that's gone and that's gone. 3x equals 75, so x equals 25. So that makes that angle 75. So x is 25, and then the 75 and the 75 are going to be the two that are congruent. And what I'm going to skip this proof here, the perpendicular diagonals. If you want to talk about this, you can see me in class, and I would be happy to go over it. Basically, what you do is you prove this triangle is congruent to this triangle by reflexive side, side, side. Then what happens is these two angles are congruent by CP, CTC. This is reflexive. So then this little triangle is congruent to this little triangle by side, angle, side. Then this angle and this angle are congruent, and they're linear pairs, so they both have to be 90, which makes those perpendicular. It's just a long proof. You have to prove 2 triangles are congruent, to show that 2 parts are congruent, to show that 2 other triangles are congruent, to show that 2 lines are perpendicular. So that's how you go about that proof. Again, if you want to take a look at this with me, you're more than welcome to in class. And I'm going to do a paragraph proof of this one here. It's an indirect proof. It's a very fun proof. I do like this one, and we'll go over that as a class. And there's your assignment. So kite's pretty straightforward. If you guys have any questions, please see me. Thank you guys for